This is Loyalty-Based Sales Strategies with Jen Suzuki, exclusively on CBT News.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. I'm Jen Suzuki. Welcome to my show, Loyalty-Based Sales Strategies. Today, I'm going to dial into the usage of GIFs and memes. I know what you're thinking right now. You're like, what? Is that a thing? Yeah, it's a thing. So you have to ask yourself, I want to be relevant. I want to stay current. I want to be progressive. I want to be doing things that help me stand out. It's a street fight and everybody's fighting for that same customer. So you got to be asking yourself, what are we doing over here that's different? What are we doing over here to stand out? What are we doing that's 2024? And so a lot of times when I think about my own personal communications with my friends and my family and everything, I can tell you that it's a lot of groups. It's a lot of groups and a lot of memes and a lot of GIFs. And a lot of times it's a lot of laughs. Now, I will agree that sometimes they can be inappropriate. And in our environment, we do definitely want to curb that, and we definitely want to keep it lighthearted. So GIFs and memes are part of my selling strategy. When I'm in dealerships and I'm coaching teams, I'm talking about GIFs and memes because it is definitely one way to stand apart, to make sure that your team member is being seen and heard. And here's the thing, a lot of people don't even know that they can do this. And so I'm going to ask you your opinion on some of the GIFs and memes out there. I'm going to put some on the screen, and this is what I do in my classes. And I want you to just take a real look and say to yourself, would I use that in a sales environment? Now, GIFs and memes are images, some of them are animated, and a lot of times they can soften the mood. So having GIFs and memes in your selling strategy can not only increase engagement and keep people talking to you, and so you're going to have to ask yourself, when would I use a specific GIF and meme? Imagine you're creating a sales library of images to inject into your sales process at certain times during your follow-up cadence. So if you're thinking about putting together that library and you're thinking about putting categories on each of these folders and putting images for your sales team, you'll be onboarding people in a way that's very relevant. You'll be updating your sales strategies, and you'll be giving them real examples of what they can use to engage customers. So imagine that you have somebody who's ghosting you. Okay, yeah, that literally happens all day, every day. So if I got somebody ghosting me, I want to find images that can help resurrect. Now, sometimes people say, oh, that's not for everybody. You got to know your customer. You got to know if they're young enough, they're old enough, they're with the program enough, to get it. And so I would challenge you to think broader. We don't know if it doesn't work unless you tried it. Think about that. Now, a lot of times people say, oh, that's only for a certain market. I say, well, yeah, well, at this point, we've been using GIFs and memes in our daily communications for years. It's not a new thing. It's just new to our sales process to help us stand apart from our competition and create a bit of engagement. So when you look at these images, you want to say, all right, where does that fit into my sales cadence? Is this for a ghost? At this point, is it a little iffy where we're like, screw it, it's a ghost. They never responded anyway, let's do it, And I think we do have to think on these terms at some points in our sales process. Now, you might be talking to somebody on the phone in the showroom, and things are going great. You just want to reinforce that. And you're like, ooh, I'm just going to make sure that when I send my text, I also send a GIF or a meme that reinforces our relationship, my friendliness. I'm really giving them a tone of this is not no pressure over here. This is zero pressure. I'm having fun over here. And this is what we want to instill in people today who are feeling that car dealerships are full of pressure and a lot of slime balls and stuff like this. I want to offset any sort of negative vibes that people might have about us. And this is one way to do it. And we got to be vibing on ensuring that people feel that this is a safe environment. So sometimes cats and dogs, kitty cats and puppies, okay? That can really lighten the mood, soften the tone. Sometimes people just need to remember you. So if I'm associating images with our communications, it just really just helps to get people to feel a certain feel about you, and we want to hold on to that. So, sometimes emails and texts and videos and all these things are great, and we also have to inject GIFs and memes in a situation. I'm going to show you a few images, and you tell me what you think. So first up, This one says, hi. This could be a first lead internet response that you send to somebody. It could be an email. It could be a text. I like texts better than emails for gifts and memes, but we all receive emails and newsletters that have them included in it, so I can't say that it's a no. I would say A and B strategize when you're going to start this initiative. So, okay, do you like this one? Would you use it? Okay, let me show you a second one. We know this movie. Not everybody knows this movie. What do you think? Would you use this one? This could be a follow-up. It could be somebody ghosting you. It could be a first response. I could have just got an inbound sales call, hung up the phone, just going to send a text with my contact info and just say hi. You know what I mean? Okay. How about this third one here? Woo! Who doesn't like puppies and kittens? That's a safe bet. In my opinion, everyone loves the elf. That's a safe bet. I don't know, the B, but for sure C is looking pretty sharp. Okay, I'm going to show you a few more. So now this guy's scrambling, right? He's scrambling, he's going to clean his car. I want you to think about your training activities in your dealership right now. It is really important to put these up in your classroom, in your meeting room, with your team, and ask them, would you use this? When would you use it? What would you caption this? Okay, this is an activity. I have a lot of success with it. You're welcome in advance. Now, I'm talking to the team, and we're watching this guy scramble. I say, when would you use this? Now, a lot of people will say, oh, I'm prepping for your arrival. I would say, hey, you're a busy mom. You're a busy parent. You don't need one more thing to do. I got you. I'll have everything set up for you when you arrive. That's what I would say with that. Yeah. Is this going to capture customers' attention? Psh, yes. Is this like safe lines? Yes. Is this inappropriate? No. Okay, then it's a winner. Okay, yeah. Okay, the second one here. Okay, we got this guy. He's on his Jeep. Okay, 460. Okay, when would you use this? I might say I would use it when I say I'm putting together some numbers for you. You know, that's what. So again, your texts are no longer basic anymore. They are literally standing out, sending a message that we're having fun, we're zero pressure, stuff like this, okay? That's what we're doing. We're just bringing up 2024 vibes over here. Okay, so last one here, we got the kitty cat typing on the keyboard. He's so fast. When would you use this? Yes, exactly. When the customer says, I want to get some numbers, and we get to the end, and it's a little tense, and we've tried everything we can do, but we got to send them the numbers. So before I send them the numbers, I'm going to lighten the mood. Make sure that when I do send them the numbers, they're not feeling the heat, they're feeling communicative towards me, they're not going to ghost me. So I'm going to just let them know, hey, I want you to know I'm working up the numbers now. Stuff like this can help you really institute an environment that is welcoming, That's the thing. We're always challenged with this. Okay, so sometimes if I want to showcase that I'm no pressure vibes over here, I'm busting out some gifts and memes in my sales strategy. Now, this is an activity that I use with my sales classes. I put up my image here, and then I ask them to caption it. So this is something that you can do in your own classrooms, and it gets everybody talking, and I want them to text. So remember, we were using GIFs and memes, and we were thinking about text that we would associate with it. Now we're doing one next action, a level up, a 2.0, if you will, in your own stores with having your team start to caption these images. These are for follow-up. These are pre-sale, post-sale. This is us prospecting. This is us doing a lot of communicating in a lot of different ways, because we got a lot of different sales scenarios. So you might have your team come up with something for this one, and this guy, right? Okay, we know what we would say here. I've gone all in. Can you be here at 5? So you want your team coming up with their soft closes, how they're going to move this thing forward, and a lot of times gifts and memes can help us with that conversation without having to say it. We could just hit them with the question to move it forward to the next step of this deal. Okay, this guy, he's like, that's the best I can do. I ran it up the ladder, and boss says, this is the absolute best deal you're going to see all day. Done. Be here at 3 o'clock. You know what I mean? So I'm challenging you to really think about how you get your communications spicy. That's what we have to do. We got to be spicy. No more basic. We are so extra now. We are so standing apart from our competition, and we are standing out in our conversations. These are not basic conversations anymore. Okay, you go out there, you got to try this stuff, and then you got to send me a message, jennifer@edealersolution.com, and tell me how it's going. And if you need a little image help to help you build that library, you know what to do. Call your sales BFF over here. I'm Jen Suzuki. Thank you for joining today. Loyalty-based sales strategies. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching Loyalty-Based Sales Strategies with Jen Suzuki, exclusively on CBT News.